ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Milford High School as Milford TV is once again happy to bring you coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics. Tim Coet here on the call, Rob O'Keefe also on the coverage as we get set to bring you this girls volleyball matchup between your Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks and the visiting Franklin Lady Panthers. Davenport versus Kelly Rex in the Milford gym tonight. And for Milford, their hot start to the season being put to the test now. They had been winners of 4 straight games heading into the last game we had a chance to cover here in the Milford gym as Milford took on the Canton Lady Bulldogs. That ended up being a tough defeat for the home team as Milford lost in straight sets, and they have not been able to win a game since then. A 3-game losing streak heading into this matchup tonight. And on the other side, Franklin, 8 wins already on the season to just 1 defeat. That 1 defeat coming to the Mansfield Lady Hornets, so one of the top teams in the Kelly Rex division and in all of the Hockomock League in Franklin here tonight. So a good battle for Milford trying to get back on track, and they will have to do so against elite level competition. So a very good matchup coming up tonight. Again, it is Milford taking on Franklin, and we will have the start of this match coming up next here on Milford TV. Welcome back inside the Milford gym, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Coet back here getting set for the start of this match between the Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks and the Franklin Lady Panthers. And immediately an interesting situation right off the bat as the starting lineup for Milford features none of the 3 starting captains. In fact, it's an underclassmen heavy starting lineup for Coach Guinan tonight. As the first serve is underway, this match between these 2 varsity squads set to begin, and the first point goes to the Franklin Lady Panthers. That starting lineup for Milford: Kyra Alves, Lauren Zarangian, Juliana Tracy, Stephanie Shirelli, Alay Mamadou, Ali Zagami, and Kelly Reichert. As the next serve comes in, handled by the libero for today's match. That is Kyra Alves, but another point for Franklin as they grab the first 2 points to open this first set. So the only senior out there on the floor to start the match is Alay Mamadou. As another serve comes in from number 15, Beth Neal, one of the players to watch out for on this Franklin squad. An impressive start to their season, to say the least. As Milford cannot save that one from going out. A good effort by the sophomore Kelly Reichert, but a 4th straight point to open set number 1 for Franklin, and Beth Neal will continue to serve it out. Up and over the net, dug out by Alves, and a good hard kill by Milford finally gets them on the board. That appeared to be Juliana Tracy who was able to get that kill. And we will have our first substitution as one of the tri-captains for Milford will come onto the floor. It is Kara Halpin, and she will take the first serve. A very quiet gym here to start this match after a raucous environment for the freshman and JV matches that went on simultaneously on the floor. The point goes to Franklin. Too many hits on the Milford side. 4-1, the early score here, set number 1. A later match is this one getting underway at around 6:30 in the evening here on October the 5th. Good shot that time by the Lady Hawks. There's their 2nd point in the opening set. The Milford JV team able to beat their Franklin counterparts, the freshman team for Milford taking the loss. And now here is the sophomore Juliana Tracy with the serve, right back over the net from Franklin. They set it up, but that will go as a point for Milford. Right back into it now after Franklin had taken the first 4 points, now 4-3. Tracy serves once again. Spike partially blocked by Milford. Dugout on the Franklin side. This one's soft. Halpin dives for it, keeps it in. Here's Reichert now to Zarangian, but that one a little too hard. It drifts out of play. Still waiting to see the other two captains from Milford enter the game. Jill Powers and Kayla Antonellis still on the bench. Point for the Lady Hawks. They pull it to within one. Now it is the sophomore Reichert with the serve. Dug out on the back line by the libero. She'll send it over now. Here's Mamadou to the back line. The rally continues. Reichert gets it over. A diving play by Franklin, but that will end up in the seats. So the longest rally of the match so far, and it ends up tying the score. Milford gets their 5th point. Set up by Franklin, the soft lob over the net. Set up on the near side. This continues as these teams keep trading longer rallies now as we get deeper into this first set. Reichert the hard hit to the back line. This point's going to go to Milford. Milford able to take their first lead at 6-5. We saw Milford hang tough through the early points with Canton last week. But ultimately the Lady Bulldogs were able to pull out each of those first 3 sets for the sweep, as Franklin now answers back. Serve back to Franklin, where it will be Alana Lynch, a senior on this varsity squad for the Lady Panthers. Nice dive by Alves, but that one goes underneath the net. A point for Franklin. Reading up on this Franklin squad, they had the good fortune of returning a lot of power players from last year's varsity squad, both offensively and defensively. A nice one-handed move by Mamadou, and she's just able to get that one to hug the line. It was more reflex than anything, but it got the job done. Stephanie Shirelli to check back into the game, Halpin back to the bench. Serve comes in from Zagami. A hard smash by Shirelli, but answered over the hands of Mamadou in the front. She'll get another chance, but the block by Franklin. This rally continues. Alves able to get it over. Now the hard smash again answered by Mamadou, but the point will go to the Lady Panthers. But again, nice work turned in by both sides on the extended rally. Substitution on the Franklin side as they hold the 8-7 lead. Rose Morissette with the serve for Franklin. That one into the net, the point for Milford. Juliana Tracy back into the game. Mamadou will get a breather. The sophomore Kyra Alves serves it to her libero counterpart. But Milford can't get it back over. And now it will be Dana McHugh. preseason rankings for the volleyball programs throughout the Hockomock League, talking about Dana McHugh amongst the true elite defensive players in all of the Hawk. It's a good hard serve over this time as Franklin has opened up the 10-8 advantage. The combination of Shirelli and Reichert on that far side can't get it back over. An 11-8 lead now for Franklin as Milford will call the timeout. We'll take it as well. More to come here in girls volleyball between Milford and Franklin when we come back next here on Milford TV. Good spirits on the Milford sideline coming out of the timeout. Acknowledging our cameras perched up above the gym floor. Rob O'Keefe, our cameraman for this volleyball matchup. Kelly Rex meets Davenport as Milford and Franklin clash, neighboring rivals. And out of the timeout, McHugh continuing to serve it. Sarangian able to get it back over for Milford. The bluff smash catching Milford a bit off guard, and Franklin ends up getting the point. You can see the front row player going up as if she was going to make the hit, and instead it came from the far side. Milford last led at 6-5. It's now 12-8. You can make it 13-8 in favor of the Lady Panthers as McHugh has gotten on quite a roll here in the service game. To the back line for Zagami. Set up nicely for Shirelli, but Franklin has the answer again. Shirelli with the first hit to Reichert, back over by Tracy. Once again, dug out by the Lady Panthers. The hard hit to the far side, picked up by Zagami. She tries it again here, but the mishit and point to the Lady Panthers. They open up their biggest lead of this first set, up 14-8. Shirelli the hard smash, but immediately answered by the front line of Franklin. And this time she's able to get the point. Stephanie Shirelli able to get the kill and finally break up that long stretch of service by McHugh. It sends it back over to the Milford side where it will be Zarangian. (14-9) the score as Tracy lets the little floater ride over the net. And a hard hit to the back line. Alves was able to get to it, but deflects it out of play, and it's 15-9 now. Serve now coming from Franklin's Elizabeth Neal. And Milford gets the kill. That came courtesy of Zagami. Back to a 5-point advantage for the Lady Panthers as Kara Halpin checks back in to make the serve. From the far side of the court to the back line of Franklin. And again, you can see Franklin varying up their returns over the net in terms of velocity, trying to keep Milford guessing. Sam Campbell with the serve for Franklin. Into the dive was McHugh. 17-10 the score now. Juliana Tracy, the serve for the Lady Hawks. Halpin digs it on the back line. Now the smash. A good block by Mamadou back into the game. Gets the point for the Lady Hawks. To 12. That last point for Franklin. You could even see Coach Guinan a little bit surprised by that. So now 17-11 as even the scorer's table giving that one to the Lady Hawks. At that point, no doubt, for Franklin, 18-11 now the up-to-date score. It's remained a subdued crowd here at Milford despite good numbers in the stands. A quiet crowd watching this varsity match. Halpin sends it over, but well out of play. 19 points now for Franklin as Caroline McGuire, the senior, will serve. Halpin digs. Sent over by Zagami. That one will just drift over. The point goes to Milford. Here's Reichert now. Halpin calls for it. Mamadou with the hard hit right at the net. And that one into the net from the Franklin side. The 13th point of this first set awarded to the Lady Hawks. 19-13, Franklin still leads it. Milford can't block that time. Milford currently residing in third place in the Davenport standings, a 4-5 overall record, 3-5 within league play. And again, we mentioned it, Franklin leading the pack in the Kelly Rex division with an impressive 8-1 record. It's a nice play on the Franklin side by Aubrey Cutel just to get to that ball, but Franklin couldn't get back over the net. 20-14. As Shirelli comes back out onto the court, replacing Halpin. Franklin picking their spots nicely in this opening set. Sending that hard hit right to the vacant spot on the floor. Milford a little bit slow to react. And Franklin 4 points away from an opening set victory as Reichert gets the nice dig. And there's McHugh. Good effort on both sides as Milford walks away with the point. Still in this first set, 21-15. Trying to get closer as Kyra Alves sets up to serve. To McHugh on the back line of Franklin. They send it back over. Reichert the first to it. Alves the athletic play. Milford gets it back over and the shot goes underneath the net from Franklin. Milford able to close it to a 5-point gap. That one stays in. Franklin alertly plays it Teammates from the sideline calling that one out. As the hard smash comes from Shirelli, and the ball sent out of play. This will induce a timeout on the Franklin side, so all of a sudden Milford starting to make some noise here late in the set, closing it to a 21-17 margin. Canton right now leading the Davenport division standings at 7-1, so right now Canton and Franklin really showing their dominance in their respective divisions. Franklin, meanwhile, their lone loss on the season came back on September 25th. A loss to Mansfield High School, and after that loss, the team calling a meeting to make sure they immediately were able to right the ship. Goes to the expectations that this program has on themselves at all times, as Reichert made a nice bid going full speed to try to race after that ball, drifting out of play off the back court. 22-17 now the score. As once again the service comes from Dana McHugh. Set up for Shirelli, who sends a soft one over, but just beyond the line. 23 points now for the visiting Lady Panthers. There's McHugh. Reichert gets to it. To Shirelli trying for the spike. And now Franklin a chance to serve for the set. McHugh looks to close it out. Sends it to Alves. Quickly over by Zarangian. Now here's Tracy. Zarangian gets it over. And a cross-court shot, that stays in. And that will bring the first set to a close, 25-17. Franklin is able to take the opening set. The two sides will switch spots, and we will be back with second set action in just a moment. Coverage of Milford High School girls volleyball on Milford TV. Welcome back to Milford High School, ladies and gentlemen. About to get underway with set number 2 in this varsity matchup between Milford and Franklin. Milford with the opening serve, courtesy of Lauren Zarangian. Franklin taking the first set, 25-17. Here's Reichert, who gets it over, one-handed. And the opening point goes to Milford. Keeps Zarangian on the serve. Kayla Antonellis out on the floor to open up this second set after sitting for the entire first set. To the back line for Alves. Now here's Shirelli, who had a nice performance in the opening set and is able to get the kill. Still yet to see Jill Powers check in. Jill Powers led the Lady Hawks with 12 kills in their last match. That was a 5-set loss to Stoughton. It was a come-from-behind victory for the Lady Knights over Milford. There's Antonellis with her first touch. A block by Franklin. As the Lady Panthers check in some new personnel before the next serve, which will be taken by Sam Campbell. A senior-dominated roster for Franklin. Ten seniors in total on this varsity squad for the Franklin Lady Panthers. Great dive by McHugh, and sprawling out, Alyssa Shea in the front line, able to somehow get it over. And the head coach for Franklin, Catherine Horsman, appreciating the effort out of her squad. Great athletic play. Now a dive out of Antonellis, but that one off the antenna and out. Serve back to the Lady Panthers, who find themselves up 3-2 early on in the second set. Good hard hit from Kelly Reichert. Up to the back for Zarangian. Sent over by Juliana Tracy and deflected out of play by Franklin, so that ties it up 3-all. As Shirelli will head to the bench, and the captain, Kara Halpin, back out on the floor. And the ace for Halpin on her first serve. Milford up 4-3 as they continue the serve. A little loft over the net from Franklin. Coming up is Alves to send it back over. Now the attempted smash, but a good block in front by Milford. Puts them up 5-3. Keeps Halpin on the serve. Not enough lift on that serve from Halpin into the net. As again, Franklin cycles through their personnel. They send Megan McGuire back out. A sophomore, but you can see providing a major height advantage on that front line. As Milford is able to speed that shot right through for the point. Now Juliana Tracy. A dive by Franklin to keep it in. Behind the back shot to get it over. And that one into the net. Alyssa Shea trying to send it over, but it ups the lead to 7-4 now for Milford. Over by Caroline McGuire. That one looked like it was maybe heading out, but Halpin elects to hit it. The rally continues, and that one out. The fifth point in the second set for Franklin, trailing by just 2. Lauren McGrath with the serve for Franklin. Alves tries to save it, couldn't get quite enough lift. 7-6 now as Franklin creeps their way right back. Lauren McGrath, a freshman on this varsity team. That ball deflected out by Franklin. Serve goes to the sophomore Kelly Reichert. Deflected to the back, Reichert tries in desperation to save it. Milford with plenty of good height on their side, with Jill Powers and Juliana Tracy each listed at 5'10". Two more players listed at 5'9", and Kelly Reichert and also Alay Momodu. Sneaking that one over was Zarangian. Keeps Milford in front 9-7. With Antonellis getting her first serve of the match. Antonellis now handles the return. Over by Shirelli. Sky high for Franklin, but they're able to handle it. Now Shirelli again to the back line. A couple of players fighting for it. Just a little bit of lack of communication, that's all it takes. That gets Milford their 10th point of the second set. Trying to even things up against Franklin. Franklin with the 1-set advantage. Antonellis continuing to serve. But Franklin able to get the point. They flip serve into their favor. Franklin victorious in their last match. That came back on October 2nd. A 3-1 victory over King Philip. They were able to win the first 2 sets before dropping the third 25-19, but they were able to come back and win a fairly close 4th set, 25-21. King Philip, a good program. They're currently the 2nd place team in the Kelly Rex division, 8-2 overall, 6-2 within league play. Juliana Tracy has her shot blocked. 11-9. This has stayed close. Milford's been able to hold on to the lead for virtually this entire set so far. Trying to stay focused, but just as I say that, the missed chance for Shirelli, and it's down to just a 1-point advantage now, as serving for Franklin is Beth Neal. To the back for Antonellis. Tracy has her shot blocked. The rally continues. Back to Antonellis again. They try for Shirelli, and she's able to get the kill. Stephanie Shirelli, a junior. She has had a very strong game for Milford so far. That one nearly scrapes the ceiling out of the hands of Alves. Milford is able to get it over. And over the back line. Back up to a 3-point lead for the Lady Hawks. A close, hard-fought second set. As Lauren Zarangian serves. Too hard on that serve. 13-11. Set for the serve is Sam Campbell. There's Antonellis. A little too aggressive. Once again, it's just a 1-point game. Milford needs to be careful. They keep letting Franklin right back into the set after they start to give themselves some breathing room. And another point for Franklin, initially given to Milford on the scoreboard, but that was awarded to the Lady Panthers. Here's Halpin. A hard smash by Kudel. Alves digs it. Here's Reichert and gets it past the dive of Campbell in the back. Milford 15, Franklin 12. Franklin tries for the spike, they get the point. Good aggressive play on that front line. Serving 15 as it is Caroline McGuire, the senior. For Kudel, and that one in. Just tucking it inside that back line. To McGuire. Set up for Antonellis, quickly answered by Franklin. Off balance. Kudel is able to get it over. And the kill for the Lady Hawks to stay in front. And good focus out of Milford in this second set. Juliana Tracy. That one dug out by Franklin there, somehow able to get it back over. Franklin gets the point, they will sub out. Sending Lauren McGrath back onto the floor for the next service. Franklin's bench players staying on their feet on the sidelines. There's Antonellis again. A little too powerful on the shot. And that ties it up 16-16. So again, Milford has led for virtually this entire second set, but Franklin now evening it up. Reichert with the hard shot. Set up for Antonellis, and Antonellis gets the kill. Reichert with the serve, but her first attempt can't make it over the net, and it ties it at 17. Milford scoring 17 points in the opening set, losing 25-17. But again, they've kept it close. They've found a way to weather the momentum shifts in the second set to this point. Something that they weren't really able to do in the last match we covered against Canton. Once things started to shift in their opponent's favor, they weren't able to answer. Trying to find a way to do that here against Franklin. A dig by Halpin, the one-handed shot over by Zarangian. Now Halpin another dive, sets it up for Mamadou. And that is out. 18-17, Franklin takes over the lead. back-to-back points for Franklin. So here's one of those situations coming up now for Milford. They've lost the lead in this second set, now trailing 19-17, trying to find a way to answer back, and they'll have a chance to talk things over with the coaching staff on the timeout. 19-17, Franklin now leads the second set, up 1-0. Coverage of Milford High School athletics here on Milford TV. Both sides retake the floor out of the timeout. Franklin with the serve. Rose Morissette. That one over. Zarangian trying to set up the spike for Mamadou, but that one drifted over the net and resulted in another point for Franklin, up now 20-17. Morissette continues the serve for Franklin. Here's Mamadou. Picked a good spot. Able to get the kill. And sends the serve back to Kayla Antonellis. Dug out nicely by Zarangian. But yet another point for the Lady Panthers, now up 21-18. And Jill Powers now out on the floor for the first time tonight, with her team trailing by a set and trailing here in the second set, now by a score of 22-18. Not sure if it is injury related or strategy related that had Coach Guinan playing his captain sparingly through the early stages of this match. As you see there, Jill Powers able to get the kill. And Powers will now serve for the first time tonight. And she's able to get the ace. It back to a 2-point game. A couple of good digs on the Franklin side, but a mishit by number 12, Erin Skidmore. Just a 1-point lead now for Franklin. And that is out. That is the 4th straight point for Milford now, as they have evened things up 22 all. So it has been the presence of Powers on the floor that has started to shift things here late in the second set. Another timeout. Can Milford pull out a second set victory? We'll find out next here on Milford TV. Powers continues her serve out of the timeout, 22 all here in the second set. McHugh gets it over for Franklin. Here's Shirelli. Played again on the back line by McHugh. A double hit, and it allows Milford now to retake the lead in the set, 23-22. Powers again. She has gotten this team on a roll. Good dig by Shirelli. She sends this one over, the dive. Franklin keeps it in play. Here's Shirelli. Franklin wins the point, a nice long rally. Big plays on both sides. That finally breaks the serve of Powers, who did a tremendous job coming in finally off the bench. So it's tied at 23. As Neal now serves for Franklin. And that is in. The point for Milford. They have a chance now to serve for this second set. And Franklin now will call the timeout. So things very interesting here late in the second set, 24-23, a chance for Milford to even up this match. Again, we will see if they can do it next year on coverage of Milford High School athletics on Milford TV. It's the junior Lauren Zarangian who has a chance to deliver this second set for the Lady Hawks. And there it is. There is the deciding point. So again, Milford coming out with what seemed like a different mindset in the second set. They were able to keep it close from beginning to end. They did hit that tough stretch where it looked like Franklin was starting to take control, but the big factor in the second set, the presence of Jill Powers, who willed this team right back in, and ultimately Milford able to win the second set. This match is all tied up now. As we will step aside, they will switch sides, and we will have set number 3 coming up next here on coverage of Milford High School athletics on Milford TV. Right back inside the Milford gym as we get set to start the third set in this matchup between Milford and Franklin. Milford claiming the first set, 25-17. Milford able to take set number 2, 25-23. And they take the first point in this third set. And Milford now with all 3 of their captains on the floor after all 3 started this night on the bench. Halpin to serve it, dug out by Franklin. The one-handed turnaround shot for Reichert was effective. And we'll see what that second set victory does for the confidence level of this team. Halpin's serve into the net. Gives Franklin the point. Sam Campbell to serve now for the Lady Panthers. Set up for Juliana Tracy, but into the net. Milford, after that 3-0 loss to Canton, again sent them on to a bit of a losing streak, one that they're hoping to break here tonight. As we're guaranteed now to at least see a 4th set. Here's Reichert. It's dug out in front by Alyssa Shea. Point Milford. Milford followed up the loss to Canton with a 3-0 loss to Oliver Ames. As Tracy serves it. That loss to Oliver Ames, though, featured the first 2 sets that went 26-24. Each one, Oliver Ames was able to just barely squeak it out before finally winning the third set with a little more breathing room, 25-15. So again, it speaks to the necessity for this Milford team to gain some momentum early, gain some confidence early to be able to continue to carry it in deep into the match. They're up 4-3 here early on in the third set. Caroline McGuire with the serve, answered by Halpin. There's Antonellis. Shot from the back line into the net, and that one played out of bounds by Aubrey Kudel. (5-3) early on in the third set. Here's Reichert to McHugh. Milford tries for the block. A diving attempt by Zarangian, but sent into the Milford bench. Alana Lynch. Here's Powers with a little floating shot, but out of play. Franklin has played 2 matches this year in which it has gone the distance, the full 5 sets. Each of those were victories. A 3-2 victory over Foxborough, also a 3-2 victory over Taunton. Milford, on the other hand, just the 1 match that has gone the full 5. That was their most recent loss to Stoughton. Franklin opening up a 7-5 lead here in the third set. Lynch continuing to serve. Franklin gets the point, and Coach Guinan, not liking what he's seeing, calls the timeout. 8-5, Franklin leads it in the third set. Coverage of Milford High School girls volleyball on Milford TV. Alana Lynch continues the serve for Franklin coming out of the timeout. Here's Antonellis. Deflected off the front row and out of play, the point for Milford. Antonellis now with the serve. Again, just finding that vacant spot on the floor. It works to Milford's advantage. Milford serves down by 1, and that one a little too long for Antonellis. You can see she easily has one of the hardest shots on this Lady Hawks squad, but sometimes can't contain it. As Alves digs it out, here's Shirelli. Shirelli gets the deflection off the back line for the point. Milford keeping it close once again, down by just 1. As Jill Powers will now take over the serve. Able to get the friendly bounce over the net. Zarangian able to calmly get it over, but just a little too long. A little frustration from the Milford bench after that last play. Serve now to Dana McHugh. block by the Lady Panthers gives them their 11th point in this third set. Q's next serve handled by Zagami. Antonellis back to Morissette. Nice block by the front line of the Lady Hawks. Zagami now to the bench. Reichert back on the floor. Serves Arangian. Coach Guinan wanting his team to push this tempo a little bit, get momentum in their favor. As we play on into the later evening hours, coming up on 8 o'clock. Primetime volleyball here in Milford. Franklin serving up by 2. Point for Milford as they will send Halpin back out. Great block by Reichert. Play continues from Franklin. And they award the point. The officials conferring for a moment. They award the point to Milford, and that ties this third set up at 12. Halpin's next serve to the back line, dug out by McHugh. Reichert lifts it up and over. Halpin to the front. Here's Reichert. Past the dive. Milford on top in the third set. Halpin readies herself to continue the serve. Set up for Antonellis, answered by Franklin. And the double hit by the Lady Panthers keeps momentum rolling on the Milford side. Brings some cheers out of this crowd. That serve not making it over. You could see immediately the reaction from Halpin. She knew she didn't hit that one clean. So serve back over to Franklin with the 1-point advantage for Milford. 14-13. Here's Campbell. Campbell delivers it into the net. And serve right back on the Lady Hawks side now for Juliana Tracy. Hard hit by Cudel, but Milford has the answer. Point for Franklin. cuts it back down to a 1-point lead again. So this is really staying tight all the way through. Good hit by Kayla Antonellis. And too hard on the return for Franklin. 16-14 again. Coach Guinan calling for his team to up the tempo. Here's Reichert now. And that's out. 17-14. And it forces the Franklin timeout. Coach Guinan liking this last series from Milford. Again, we will step aside for the timeout. 17-14, Milford out in front. Coverage of Milford High School girls volleyball here on Milford TV. Reichert to continue the serve out of the timeout. And a dive by Franklin's Sam Campbell, but she delivers it out of play. 18-14. Milford with something going, getting into the later stages of this third set. Fiedel gets it over. Here's Powers. A little too hard. The point goes to Franklin. It's a 3-point advantage for the Lady Hawks as the serve goes to their opposition. Reichert to Powers, and Powers gets the spike. (19-15) as Stephanie Shirelli comes back onto the floor. Antonellis with the serve. Cue of Franklin with the dig. Antonellis surprised by that one. She's able to get to it. Shirelli gets the kill. Delivers Milford their 20th point. A 5-point edge. There's Feudal, but into the net. Milford trying to close out this set strong. They're 4 points away from taking their second set of this match. Testing the poise now of the Lady Panthers. Here's Powers. She lets it drift over. Antonellis, nice and easy, gets it over. Milford doing a lot of things right here late, and again, Franklin calls the timeout, feeling like they're in trouble. 22-15, Milford really starting to feel it. Can they take the second set in a row over Franklin? We will find out in just a few moments here on Milford TV. (22-15) in this third set. Milford with the lead. And Franklin, after the timeout, really needing a point to stop the bleeding. They're able to get it there. Their 16th of this third set. Milford still with the advantage. The serve goes to Franklin Rose-Morissette. Antonellis calls for it. They set it up for Shirelli. Good hit by Shirelli, but Franklin there, and the kill for the Lady Panthers. We'll come out of the timeout now with back-to-back points. And the Milford crowd now trying to make some noise. Keep their team in it emotionally. as that serve goes into the net for Franklin. So here is Jill Powers, who was the secret weapon in the second set victory. It's 2 points to close this out for the Lady Hawks. That just stays in. Antonellis plays it. Here's Shirelli. McHugh digs it out. To the knees goes Jill Powers, but her hit goes out of play, 23-18. Coach Guinan can feel this victory. Wanting to see his team keep up the momentum, keep up the emotion on the floor. But Franklin starting to close the gap, 23-19 now. Antonellis gets to it, now Powers. Tracy behind the back. There is Elizabeth Neal able to get the kill, cut it to a 3-point lead, and now Milford needs to take the timeout, and you can see how fiery Coach Guinan is getting into that huddle, talking things over with this team. Not wanting to see this opportunity slip away. Milford still up 23-20, but still work to do. More to come next here on Milford TV. Franklin's Dana McHugh serves out of the timeout. Powers gets it over clean. And Milford caught flat-footed. It was Kelly Reichert, and instantly Coach Guinan with the substitution. The lead is down to 2. And now the ace for Franklin. It again brings Coach Guinan to his feet, 23-22. This was within Milford's grasp, but letting it slip away now. And they get a break as Dana McHugh delivers that serve out of play, so it brings it to 24-22. A chance for Lauren Zarangian, the junior, to serve for the set. Answered on the back line by Morissette. The hit drifts out of play for the Lady Hawks. 24-23. And now it's Beth Neal. Back line and Antonellis, they send it over to Reichert, who's back out on the floor after the quick substitution. Powers into the dive. Shirelli, that is in, and there is the deciding point. Franklin thought they had it, but the ruling from the official gives it to Milford, and it gives this third set to the Lady Hawks. They win it 25-23. It got uncomfortable there at the end. But Milford takes it. They take a 2-1 advantage. And so a chance now, if Milford can take care of business in set number 4, to deliver a huge victory against a top-notch opponent. A big 4th set coming up next. You don't want to go anywhere. Stay tuned to coverage of Milford High School athletics right here on Milford TV. We are back inside the Milford Gymnasium for the 4th set of this varsity girls volleyball match between Milford and Franklin. Tim Coet once again on the call. As Lauren Zarangian serves first to open up this 4th set. Franklin takes the opening point. Zarangian, Powers, Tracy, Shirelli, Antonellis, and Reichert on the floor to get this 4th set started. Serve from Sam Campbell. Dug out by Reichert. Now Reichert delivers the shot, partially blocked, but it makes its way over. To the back line, the diving play by Powers. Shirley's shot makes its way over again. Here's Hutel to the back line, the dive by Powers. Milford gets it over. And that just stays in. Tough way to end that rally for Milford. A couple of really nice plays. You know this team feels that they have a chance to do something special here tonight. There's she's able to get the kill. Aubrey Kudel, the senior, always dangerous. Aubrey Kudel in 2014 with 116 kills, a 40% kill percentage. Again, we talked about it, just a lot of seasoned players on this Franklin roster that have seen a lot of varsity time. Able to return again, making this a very formidable team, but a team that Milford has an opportunity to defeat. With Franklin taking an early 4-1 lead here in the fourth set. Caroline McGuire now with the serve. Right into the net for the Milford point. Dana McHugh checks back into the game for the Franklin side. Juliana Tracy to serve for Milford. Able to get to that one was Shea. Set up for Antonellis to the back line, handled by Campbell. Now it's Sagami again. Franklin's able to answer. There's Antonellis. Front line able to get the fingertips on it. Here's Powers looking for the spike, but Franklin gets the block. One-handed over by Powers. Eventually, Milford is able to come away with the point. Back and forth rally. Tracy again with the serve. Eventually, Franklin able to get it over. Early 5-3 advantage. Franklin over Milford. Milford able to win sets 2 and 3 by the same score, 25-23. Nice move by McHugh to get that one over the net. Powers can't return it. Dug out by Halpin, into the net. So Franklin seizing early momentum in this fourth set. Refusing to get down after losing back-to-back sets. Blocked this time by Erin Skidmore, 8-3. Trying to get his players to relax a bit, sensing they are a bit tensed up since this fourth set got underway. Coach Guinan now needing to call the timeout. An early 9-3 advantage for Franklin. They have come out very focused in this fourth set. Coverage of Milford High School girls volleyball on Milford TV. Alana Lynch with the serve coming out of the timeout for Franklin. A 9-3 advantage early on. Here's Antonellis. Nearly blocked by Franklin. Cutel to the back line, but it's out. Playing on past the hour of 8 p.m. Nine to 5, Milford creeping their way right back into it. Reichert now with the serve. Halpin to the front, Powers. Dug out by Lynch, but Milford takes the point. Last time out, paying dividends for Milford, getting them refocused. Lifted over, an effective shot by, I believe that was Elizabeth Neal. Cutel now heads to the bench. Morissette with the high serve. Antonellis delivers it out. Franklin up 11-6 now. And again, Milford's shot too long. They had cut it back down to a 4-point lead for Franklin. It's back up to 6. Powers able to turn the tide. And now it is the captain, Kayla Antonellis, readying herself for the serve. There's the spike by Powers after the dig by Dana McHugh, but the point goes to the Lady Hawks, 12-8 now. Serve continues for Antonellis. One-handed shot over by Neal. The block from Franklin earns them the point. The lead is 5. McHugh serving. Quick hands in the front by Zarangian. And now it's Franklin with the long shot. Serve goes to Powers now. Set up for Neal. Powers answers. Diving play on the back line. McHugh plays it. A dive for Powers. Back over from Zarangian. The rally continues. A good block by Shirelli. Shirelli again. The dive by McHugh. Now it's Antonellis. Setting it up again for Shirelli. This amazing rally just continues back and forth, and now the block by Franklin. Off the shot by Shirelli. Just a great rally back and forth. You tip your cap to both teams. Franklin earns the point. Very hard-earned point, 14-9. That shot by Antonellis off the ceiling. Now 15-9. Halpin subs back in for Shirelli. Here's Neal now with the serve for Franklin. Halpin's shot blocked into the net for the Milford point. And now Zarangian to go on serve. Milford trailing by 5. That one just stays in. The lead now up to 6. Campbell. Powers answers. Halpin. She gets blocked. Combination of Kudel and McGuire in front for Franklin. Off the Halpin serve, the dive by Powers into the net. Fought for by Zarangian. There she is again now for Reichert. Good awareness in front by Franklin. Now they'll try Antonellis. Milford resets. Reichert. Point for Milford. 16-12. Lead down to 4. Halpin can't keep it going. The lead has hovered right around 5 for Franklin for much of this set. That's where it is right now. Neal ends up sending it the wrong way. Franklin can't recover. Serve back to Milford. There's Tracy. Kudel is able to get it past the duo of Powers and Reichert. Sub on the Franklin side. And they continue to lead by that 5-point margin. There's Powers, hard to the back line, but Campbell there. Alves now, Reichert sends it over. Good block by Powers, played on by Franklin. Now it's Neal, answered by Alves. The shot by Antonellis, Neal able to get there. Two-handed, Kudel sends it over. The dive by McHugh and the point for Milford. Outstanding play. Now it's Reichert. The lead at 4. Antonellis. Too much muscle on that one. Milford needing to string some more points together to close this gap. 19-14 as Antonellis lets it drift over. Good effort by Kyra Alves, but it gives Franklin the 20th point of this set. They open a 6-point advantage as timeout is taken on the floor. Milford with the 2-1 lead, but Franklin with the lead here in set number 4. More to come next here on Milford TV. Rose Morissette with the serve out of the timeout. Milford tries to place that one, but over the line. Antonellis, she's able to get the kill. Milford with some work to do, down 6. Need a strong serve game out of Kayla Antonellis. Instead, the kill for Beth Neal. (22-15). Now it's McHugh. The tricky hit by Kelly Reichert. Milford doing their best to save it, but going Franklin's way. 2 points away from a 4th set win, and you can make it a point away now, as it looks like we are destined to see the full 5 tonight. Victory will have to wait at least for another serve as that one goes into the net. 24-16. Powers will need to work her magic again to keep this 4th set going. Set up for Tracy. Franklin recovers. McHugh sends it back over. They'll try Halpin this time, and she's able to get the kill. Morissette misjudging that shot by Halpin. Here's Neal. Good effort in the back by Jill Powers, but the result is the deciding point for Franklin. And so we will see a deciding 5th set. They will play to 15 in that 5th set. It all comes down to that. We will see who can emerge victorious, as we will see set number 5 commence right on the other side of this break here on coverage of Milford High School Athletics on Milford TV. It all comes down to this deciding 5th set between Milford and Franklin. Back here in the Milford gym, Franklin winning sets 1 and 4, Milford taking sets 2 and 3. So we play this deciding 5th set, which will go to 15 points. Franklin taking the first. Much less margin for error here in the deciding 5th set. Sam Campbell getting it started. She was able to help Franklin towards the first point, but her second serve goes into the net. It will go over to Kara Halpin now to get the service game started for the Lady Hawks. Powers a good dig. Juliana Tracy looks for the spike, but couldn't get enough lift. Serve now goes to Caroline McGuire, senior for the Lady Panthers. Delivers it right to Antonellis, waiting. She now sends it over. Floating shot. Finds the floorboards and gets the point. Tied up at 2 now for Juliana Tracy on the serve. Reichert with the quick reflexes, but couldn't keep it in. Again, this would be a huge win for Milford against the 8-1 Franklin Panthers, as Milford looks to get themselves out of a 3-game losing streak. Sent over by Skidmore. Zarangian with the nice shot. Elizabeth Neal at the block in front, looked like Powers and Antonellis together. Ties it up at 3. And now it's the sophomore, Kelly Reichert. Double hit by the Lady Panthers puts Milford on top 4-3. An ace now by Kelly Reichert. There haven't been many in this match. Now it's McHugh. Franklin sends it out, 6-3 Milford. And head coach Catherine Horsman for the Lady Panthers calling the timeout. As we mentioned, not a lot of margin for error here in the 5th set. Milford up 6-3. Continuing coverage of girls volleyball coming up next here on Milford TV. Kelly Reichert looks to keep it going. Again to the back line where the libero McHugh gets to it first. Here's Powers. Powers gets the kill. 7-3. This match coming up on the 2-hour mark. Here's Neal. Alpin there. Powers sends it over. Reichert waiting for this one. Here's Powers. She gets it over the front line, gets the point. And so after that 8th point awarded to Milford, the two sides will flip here. As we continue to get accustomed to the rules and regulations here on the girls' volleyball court. Milford with the 8-3 advantage. Reichert will continue the serve now. Serving from right to left now. That one just a little too long. Oh, the fans disagree. Fans standing to show their disapproval. Breaks up a good rhythm for Kelly Reichert on serve. And now it's Rose Morissette. There's Antonellis. Takes a little something off that shot. Here's Neal now. The lead down to 3 points. And Coach Guinan wants the timeout. Franklin refusing to go quietly. 8-5, Milford clinging to the lead here on coverage of Milford High School girls volleyball on Milford TV. It's been a marathon game between these two teams, coming down to the very end. An 8-5 score in this fifth set. Here's Powers. She lets it drift over. And that just stays in. The point for the Panthers. Cuts it to a 2-point advantage for Milford. As Kelly Reichert will head to the bench. Ali Zagami into the game. Antonellis to the back line, dug out there. Milford takes it, despite the good effort by Rose Morissette. So Antonellis now will serve. We continue to hear the same refrain from Coach Guinan, just trying to focus on 1 point at a time. McHugh back to Antonellis. Helping the cross-court shot. To the back for Zagami. Antonellis comes forward to play it. They set it up. A double hit by Franklin, and into double digits go Milford, 5 points away from a victory. Each coach trying to keep fresh personnel on the court here at this crucial stage. Antonellis, a good serve, dug out. Played by Antonellis, that might have gone out. Halpin can't keep it in, and a mistake there by Antonellis. That was surely going to go out. 10-7. Will that be a costly mistake? Here's McHugh now on the serve. Halpin with the height disadvantage, trying to go up against the duo of Beth Neal and Caroline McGuire. Both sides just refusing to yield. The ace by McHugh at a crucial time. And now Antonellis will head to the bench. Allison Zekanowski onto the floor. And another ace for Franklin, is able to tie this game up at 10. Confidence starting to waver on the Milford side late. The timeout called by Coach Guinan. Every play of the utmost importance now, 10-10 in the deciding fifth set coverage of Milford High School girls volleyball on Milford TV. Coach Guinan urging his team, not wanting to see anyone shy away from the moment. Don't be afraid to play the ball in this situation. You want it in your hands. As McHugh serves it and gets another point for her team, as Franklin takes the lead 11-10 as we play towards 15 points. Played by Alves. Here's Powers, but it's out. 12-10. Can Milford find the answer? return. McHugh just putting her team on her back right now in this service game, upping the lead to 13-10. The substitution now as Antonellis comes back out on the floor. The next serve in the air by McHugh. Powers gets it over, it's dug out by McGrath. And another point for Franklin. Match point coming up. Milford at one point leading this fifth set 8-3. But Franklin behind the serve of Dana McHugh comes storming back, and she is able to deliver the 5-set victory. So a very tough finish here for Milford. It felt like they had this fifth set in their grasp, but Franklin is able to come away with the 15-10 victory here in the fifth set, and they outlast Milford 3-2. So for the second consecutive match, Milford takes it to 5, but they come out on the losing end. It's got to be a frustrating feeling, but they played this they played this Franklin team very tough from beginning to end. So with the loss, Milford drops now to 4-6 overall on the season. With the victory, Franklin improves now to 9-1 overall on the season. That wraps up our coverage from the Milford gym tonight. For Rob O'Keefe, I am Tim Coet. This has been a presentation of Milford High School Athletics here on Milford TV. So long, everybody.